8 to 8.2 factorial notations. You know already we discussed factorial notation, but we'll discuss a little bit further. Uh, for example, 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, or 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. How can you write? How can you save the time instead of writing everything when we need? So we can introduce a notation like this 4, and this is factorial notation. But in the meaning of that, if you see this one, it is not just not equal to 4. You have to multiply 4, 3, 2, 1 up to 1, all the numbers from descending order starting from that. If it is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then it's going to be 5 factorial 5. It's a way of writing to save the time in other way. Uh, or make our life easier, let's say. Uh, Factorial 6. You can write 6 times, 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, 2 times 1. What is 3 times 2 times 1? This is factorial 3. You can write factorial 6, 6 times, 5 times 4, and factorial 3. The rest of the thing you are going to write as a factorial 3. Oh, what is this one? 4, 3, 2, 1. It is factorial 4. Then you can write factorial 6, 6 times, 5 times up to here, factorial 4. Factorial 4. Or you can write like that. Factorial 6 like this. 6 times factorial 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So in other way, you can write factorial 6. 6 times factorial 5. For factorial 6, you can write 6 times 5 times factorial 4. For factorial 6, you can write 6 times 5 times 4 times factorial 3. Factorial 6, you can write 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 factorial 2. Another way of presenting this one. Factorial 6, I will keep space 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Factorial 6 you can write. So this is 6 as it is 6. 5 you can write 6 minus 1. 6 minus 1, 5. 4 you can write 6 minus 2. And 3 you can write 6 minus 3. And 2 you can write 6 minus 4. And 1 you can write 6 minus 5. This is another way of writing. Instead of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 6, 6 minus 1, 6 minus 2. Likewise, you can write factorial 7, 7, 7 minus 1, 7 minus 1, 7 minus 2, 7 minus 3, 7 minus 4, 7 minus 5, and 7 minus 6, that is the 1. So you can write in this way as well. This method is very important when you write factorial n, because factorial n, there's no number. In that case, only what we can write is n times n minus 1, n minus 2, and n minus 3, and n minus 4, likewise up to 1. Also, factorial n I can write this everything n times, this is n minus 1 factorial, because n minus 1 factorial is n minus 2, n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, like that. If I want, I can write uh, factorial n by considering these. So n times n minus 1 times this is factorial n minus 2 factorial. After that, everything up to 1. So basically, after that, everything up to 1, we simply write n minus 2 factorial. Or you can write n times n minus 1 and n minus 2, and what is the next term? We write this one, this one, this one, and then n minus 3 factorial, other rest. The same as this one. We can write 6 times 5 and factorial 4, or 6, 5, 4 factorial 3, likewise. N, as a summary, you can write n is factorial n is n times n minus 1 factorial. N minus 1 mean up to 1. Or factorial n, you can write n minus 1, n minus 2 times factorial. So I'll take 2 out of it. For factorial n, you can n minus 1, n minus 2, and n minus 3 factorial after that. n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, n minus 4 factorial after that. So likewise, the way we want. Assume we need NC1. This is going to be N1, difference of this one, N minus 1, whole are factorial. Now how do we simplify this one? So I can see n minus 1 here. Then I will write factorial n in terms of what? N minus 1. N times n minus 1 factorial. Now I can write n times n minus 1 factorial on top, and this is going to be n minus factorial, and factorial 1 is 1. So I can avoid that one. Now you can see simply cancel out. It's like this. Factorial 7 divided by factorial 6. What is the answer? Factorial 7, I am writing 7 times factorial 6 over factorial 6. Then this is cancel out. Answer is 7. The same thing I am doing here. We'll find what is NC2 now. NC2 means factorial n, then factorial 2, and this is going to be n minus 2. Now I am going to write factorial in terms of n minus 1 and n minus 2 factorial. I made n minus 2 factorial take in other. So then this is going to be n minus 2 factorial and factorial 2. This is cancel out. And this is n times n minus 1 over factorial 2, which is n times n minus 1 over 2. This is same as factorial 7 here, divided by factorial 5. What I am going to do, I write factorial 7 as 7 times 6 times factorial 5. And factorial 5. This is cancelled. NC3 factorial n factorial 3 n minus 3 factorial. Now I want to cancel n minus 3. So I am going to make factorial n minus 1, n minus 2, and the rest of the I will write n minus 3 factorial, and then n minus 3 factorial this one and factorial 3. So this is cancelled out. N minus 1, n minus 2 over factorial 3. What is NC n? Factorial n minus n factorial, which is factorial n. This is factorial 0 and factorial n. We know factorial 0 is 1. So if you don't know, just learn now. Factorial 0 is 1, factorial 1 also 1. This is by definition. Right? So this is n over n, which is cancel out 1. What is n factorial n minus 1? This is factorial n, then n minus 1 factorial, then n minus n minus 1 factorial. Factorial n minus 1. This is n minus 1. So n minus n plus 1. This is cancel out. It means factorial 1. So factorial 1 over n minus 1, which is, now I have to use the theory, n times n minus 1 factorial over n minus 1 factorial. Factorial n I write in terms of this one, n times n minus 1 factorial. Now this is cancel out, its answer is n. This is same as 5c 5 minus 1. What is 5c 5 minus 1 mean? 5c 4. 5c 4 or 5c 5 minus 1 is still the same. Factorial 5 minus 1, then 5 minus 1 factorial. So this is going to be factorial 5. This is 5 minus 1 factorial 4. This is going to be work out. This is factorial 1. Then 5, I am writing 5 times 4 factorial. And this is 1 is 1 factorial 4, cancel out 5. That's why 5c1 also 5, and 5c 5 minus 1, which is 5 c4 5 also 5. From the Pascal triangle, 1 1 2 1 1 3 3 1 1 4 6 4 1, then 1 5 10 10. This is 1 5 and 1. Now this is 5c0. This is 5c1 is also 5. Then this one. In other way, this is 5c 0 1 2 3 4. 5c4 or 5c 5 minus 1 also, which is also 5. In general, NCN and NCN minus 1 has the this is also n, this is also n. Sorry, this is NC1, not NC1 and NCN minus 1. So when we write in an expansion a plus b to the power n, so this is going to be NC0, the second one NC1, and this is NC2 like that. So this one is going to be n. And what is the last one? Last one is NCN, that is 1. This is also 1. NCN minus 1. 1 before that also n. In general, NCR we can write n and r factorial and n minus r, the difference. And also we can prove that there is a standard one, that is NCR plus NCR minus 1 equal n plus 1 CR. But in the meaning of this one, well, let's say n equal 7 and r equal 3, then this is going to be 7C3 plus 7C r3, 3 minus 1, 2 equal, you can write, this is 7, 8C 3. This is a formula. 7, 3, you can write, this is same as 8C3. So this is extra bit I'm talking about, but I will give the proof of this one, NCR, NCR, and plus CR for your knowledge. NCR plus NCR minus 1 equal n plus 1 CR. We want to show that. Now, NCR is, so left side, LH is equal NCR plus NCR minus 1. And this is NCR means factorial n, factorial r, n minus r. And this one, factorial n, factorial r minus 1, and difference of this one, n minus r minus 1. So if I simplify, factorial n, n minus r, factorial r, factorial n, r minus 1 as it is. I wrote everything as it is. This is going to be n minus r minus 1, n minus r plus 1. So n minus r plus 1 factorial. Now we want to simplify. Now, how do you add these two together? We have to make denominator same. Okay, when you consider r and r minus 1, which one is bigger? Usually we write r times r minus 1. So factorial r is bigger than r minus 1 in terms of size. If I make factorial r here, to make factorial r, I don't have a r here. Sorry, I need r because r minus 1 times r is factorial r. Now my plan is to make a factorial r here. So what is the missing value? R. I put r and then I have to multiply by up as r. Now I can write this one as 1, r. Now factorial n times n minus r, factorial r, and r times factorial n, just r, this is 1, n minus r plus 1, and factorial r. Now I made factorial r. The same way I want to adjust this one. N minus r or n minus r plus 1 is bigger. Let's say n minus r is 7, 7 plus 1. So 7 plus 1 is bigger or 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. It's bigger. So in that case, when you have n minus r and n minus r plus 1, this is bigger than n minus r. So if this is a factorial n minus r, this is factorial n minus r1. If I have another term n minus r plus 1, then I can write this is as n minus r plus 1 factorial. So what is the missing part now? N minus r plus 1. So what I'm going to do, I multiply, this is the bigger one, this is the smaller one, n minus r plus 1, I multiplied and divide both terms. Then it is cancelled out, it's still the same. I adjust this one. Now I can write this one as what? N minus r plus 1 factorial. I make the denominator same. So this is going to be n minus r plus 1 factorial n over. This is going to be n minus r plus 1 factorial plus 1 factorial and r factorial, and this is n times, sorry, r times n factorial, n minus r plus 1 factorial times r. See, I make the denominator same. Now I can add. So one denominator n minus r plus 1 times factorial r, n minus r plus 1 factorial and r factorial. This is n minus r plus 1 times 1 times factorial n. Now you can see this is r basically. This is cancel out, and I'll bring the answer to here. So n plus 1 n plus 1 times factorial n over n minus r plus 1 factorial over r factorial. Going up, n plus 1 times n. 8 times 7 factorial is what? Factorial 8. Factorial 8, that's how you write 8 times 7 factorial. Likewise, n plus 1 times factorial n, you can write what? N plus 1 factorial. So this is going to be n plus 1 factorial on top, and this is n minus r plus 1, and this is r. So this is equal to RHS. See, how do you write n plus 1 CR? N plus 1 CR. N plus 1 factorial, then r factorial, you have both, and this one, n plus 1 minus r. That is the same thing, n minus r plus 1. Right. So this is kind of, if this is going to be a confusion, you just see that, and it is better if you can work out, and but otherwise just leave this one. This is some extra bit I did, because you may need, if you plan to do maths in university, you should see this kind of thing now, not at that stage.